Hello guys, welcome to Technical Sharma YouTube channel, and in today's class we are going to discuss about Apex. So this is the second class and it is the continuation of the last class, and today we are going to see about like collections. Okay, so class is a collection of data members and methods. Class is a collection of data members and methods. So uh, what will be the syntax of a class? Okay, so we are going to discuss about the class, and then we are going to discuss about the collections and all. So please stay connected. So the syntax of the class is example class student, class student, and this is the structure of the class, and in this inside, for example, integer number semicolon, string name semicolon. Okay, so what is this integer number and string name? These are nothing but these are called as the data members of the class. Okay, and after after that, like, this is just we are declaring it. Okay, and here I'm just writing class student. I'm not writing the access modifiers currently. Okay, so we'll see what are the access modifiers, everything. Otherwise, let me make this as public for now. Public class student. Okay, open flower bracket and close flower bracket. Okay, so next, after this, here let's write a method. Method is public void get details, and method syntax is this, like this. You have to open one bracket and close one bracket. Okay, so public void get details, and in this, let's say system.debug. So why we are using system.debug? We use system.debug to print the values. Like Java, in Java we have system.println, so here we have system.debug. So like those who are new, completely new, it's for them. System.debug, roll number plus number. Okay, and semicolon. This is one system.debug, and next is system.debug name. Name plus name, this name. Okay, so so reiterate what we have done is public class student. In this student class we are declaring number, and it is of data type integer. Okay, and name, it is of data type string. Okay, so Next we are using public void get details method. In the get details method, system.debug roll number. This is roll number plus number. Number is nothing but this one. Okay, this variable we are using inside this debug. Okay, next is system.debug name plus name. Name is this variable we are using. So what is this? This is nothing but method of a class. So this part is nothing but this is the method of the class, and this both are nothing but called as data members of the class. Okay, so this is example one. Okay, I'm not executing in Salesforce currently. To explain you the basics first, then we'll go and do it in Salesforce as well. Now example 2. Example 2, public class employee. Public class employee, and in this integer exp experience. Okay, string department. So employee will have experience, employee will be in certain department. Okay, and again next we are going to write the method public void show. Public void show. So so this is the method name of the method. Void will return nothing. Okay, and whatever contains goes here. Like we have to write the logic. Here. So in this this part is nothing but called as, like how we have used in example 1, this is called as variables or data members of the class. Okay, this is nothing but variables or data members of the class, and this part is nothing but called as the method of the class. Okay, so next is we'll see what are the access modifiers. So like whenever we want to define a class, we have to specify the access modifiers. So like access modifiers, so like we must use one of the access modifiers for top level class. For top level class we have to use any one of the access modifiers, and what are they? They are nothing but public or global. Okay, so these are the access modifiers, and you do not have to use access modifier in declaration of inner class. So if we are writing a class inside a class, so inside class is nothing but called as an inner class, so we don't have to declare the access modifier in declaration of the inner class. It's not mandatory. Okay, and optional definition modifiers such as virtual and abstract. So we'll see what is a virtual and abstract. So let me write the complete syntax here. Syntax. So private or public or global. Okay, public, private, global, these are nothing but the access modifiers. Okay, in this again we have virtual or abstract, or with sharing, without sharing, both. With sharing or without sharing. Okay, so again we have class 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 name. I have to write the name of the class, and here implements interface name list. Okay, and we have extends class name or class name, or cannot extend anything, none. So this is nothing but the syntax. So these are access modifiers: private, public, global. These are the access modifiers. So class can be private, class can be public, or class can be global. Then class can be a virtual, abstract, or a class can have implement with sharing or without sharing. Okay, then you have to give class, then name of the class, and if the class is implementing something, so implements. And what it's implementing, um, interface. So if it's implementing the interface, we have to give the name of the interface name list. And if a class is extending, we have to use extends and the name of the class what we are extending, or none if it's not extending. And then again the body of class goes here. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let's see in detail about this. Okay, so first one is private. So if you declare a class as private, it is only known to the block in which it is declared. By default, all the inner classes are private. Okay, so next is public. If you declare a class as public, this class is visible throughout your application and you can access the application anywhere. Okay, third one is global. If you declare a class as global, this Apex class is visible to all the applications in application or outside of the application. So outside of the application also can see it if it's global. Okay, so these were nothing but private, public, and global. And one more important point is note, like if a method or a class is declared as global, then the top level class also must, the inner class, if the method or class which is inner is declared as global, then the top level class also must be declared as global. Okay, that is the most important thing which we won't have to know. Then again we have with sharing. So if you declare classes with sharing, then sharing rules given to the current user will be taken into the consideration, and the users can access and perform the operation based on the permissions given to him on objects on fields. Field level security sharing rules. So those who are good into admins and all, they will know, like if you declare a class as with sharing, then sharing rules which are currently implemented will be taken into consideration. Okay, so next we have without sharing. If we declare a class as without sharing, then this Apex class run in system mode, which means Apex code has access to all the objects and fields irrespective of the current user sharing rules. Okay, field level securities, object permissions. So if it is without sharing, sharing rules will not be taken into consideration. Okay, so these are the important points you have to remember. Like without sharing, it will run in system mode. Apex code will have access to all the objects in Salesforce, all the fields of current users. Okay, so this was without sharing and with sharing. And important note I want to give, it is if the class is not declared as with sharing or without sharing, then the class is by default taken as without sharing. Okay, both inner classes and outer classes can be declared as with sharing. And this is the second point. The third point is if in classes as declared as with sharing, then top level class is declared as without sharing, then by default entire context will run with sharing context. If a class is not declared as with or without sharing, and if this class is called by another class in which sharing is enforced, then both the class run with sharing only. And next is outer class is declared as with sharing, and inner class is declared as with sharing. Then inner class runs in without sharing context only. So I mean, let me reiterate: outer class is declared as with sharing, and inner class is declared as without sharing. Then inner class in without sharing context only it will run. Okay, inner class don't take the sharing properties from outer class. Okay, next is virtual. So if a class is declared with the keyword virtual, then this class can be extended, it is inherited, or this class methods will be overridden by using a class called overridden. So this is also one of the important concept. I'll repeat once again. If a class is declared with keyword virtual, then this class can be extended, inherited, or this class methods can be overridden by using a class called overridden. Okay, next is abstract. And the next one is abstract. And so abstract class contains abstract methods. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Let's continue the remaining topics in the next video.